Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 18 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2401, longest nice subarray. Okay, so let's read the problem statement first. You are given an array nums consisting of positive integers. Okay, we call a subarray of nums nice if the bitwise AND of every pair of elements that are in different positions in the subarray is equal to 0. Okay, we have to return the length of the longest nice subarray. A subarray is a contiguous part of an array, and note that subarrays of length 1 are always considered nice. Okay, so problem statement is actually very easy. Okay, and this question is important. Okay, this question is very important. So here, see this example number 1. Okay, so this is my nums array. So we have numbers like 1, 3, 8, 48 and 10. Okay, so the longest nice subarray is 3, 8 and 4, 48. Okay, so now this subarray satisfies the conditions like, so 3 and 8 are different positions, so 3 and 8 is equal to 0. Okay, then 3 and 48 are in different positions, so 3 and 48 we get 0. Okay, then 8 and 48 are in different positions, we do 8 and 48, we get 0. Okay, and the length of this total subarray is 3, right? So that is also very easy to calculate, like 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index. So see, uh, this subarray is ending at index 3 and this subarray is starting at index 1. Okay, so 3 minus 1, and here just do the plus 1. Okay, so 3 is the index where this subarray ends, 1 is the index where this subarray starts, and we have to add 1 to it because we are starting from 0. So this will give me the output equal to 3. Okay, so it can be proven that no longer nice subarray can be obtained, so we return 3. Okay, so this is how we get this output. Okay, now let's understand it, how we are going to solve it. Okay, so let's take this same example, 1, 3, 8, 48, 10. Okay, 1, 3, 8, then we have 48, and then we have 10. Okay, so this is my nums array. All right, and here let's give the indexing now. So here I can say this is at 0 index, this is at 1 index, this is at 2 index, this is at 3 index, and this is at 4 index. Okay, so 1, 3, 8, 48 and 10. Okay, so now we can use actually sliding window here because we have to find the sub array only. Okay, and sub array is nothing but a continuous part of the an array. Okay, and you already know that when we do the AND of two numbers, okay, so here let's say one number is 3. Okay, so 3 is like you have to write it like this. Okay, this bit value is 1, this bit value is 2, this bit value is 4, and this bit value is 8. Okay, so you have to write 3 like this. Okay, 1 1 and 0 0. Okay, and next time if you do this with 8, okay, do the AND of these two. Okay, so 8 you can write it like this. Okay, 1 0 0 0. All right, now if you get the calculate the output of this one, so here and simply means that if the bit is set at same position. Okay, so here see, this is set, this is not set, so we are going to get write 0 only. This is set, this is not set, we are going to write 0 only. Both are not set, we are going to write 0 only. This is not set, this is set, so we are going to write 0 only here, so we get the output as 0, right? So for in AND operation, if one bit is 0 and other bit is 0, we are going to get 0 only. Okay, so let's say this A, this is B, or and C. Okay, this is nothing but my output. So if A is 1 and this is 0, still we will get 0 only. If this is 0, if this is 1, still we get 0 only. But if both are set, only then we get output as 1. Okay, so now we have to just make sure that at one particular position, if all the bits should not be set. Okay, if all the bits are set, then our output will be 1 only. Okay, but if any bit is not set at this particular position, okay, at this particular bit value, then we are good, right? So now let's see how we are going to solve this. Okay, so this is nothing but just basic operations. Okay, so now here let me just delete all this. Okay, all right. Okay, now see here how we are going to solve it. Okay, so now here initially we haven't used any bit, so I'm going to create one variable and I'm going to name that as used bits. Okay, used bits. All right, and I'm going to set it to 0. Okay, and here I'm going to take one pointer here. Okay, and I'm going to name it as window start. Okay, so where this window starts. Okay, and this is pointed to index 0. All right, and here also I'm going to create one more variable, max length, and this max length is just going to calculate the size of a window. Okay, done. So initially right now size is 0. Okay, now I'm going to create one more pointer, and that pointer is going to be my window end. Okay, and that is also going to point to this 0 index only. All right, now here what we have to do first with this used bits. Okay, we haven't used bit right now. Okay, zero used bit is 0. Okay, so I'm going to use 0. Okay, used bit 0 value. Okay, I'm going to do the AND of this, and now I'm going to use this bit. Okay, so at nums of windows and index. Okay, so at windows and index we have 0, we have index 0, so at 0 index we have 1 value. Okay, so the value at nums of window index is nothing but 1, right? So I'm just going to do AND of these two. Okay, so 0 and 1, so we will get our output as 0 only, right? 0 only. So if you do, okay, if you write 0 here, so here you can draw the table as well, right? Here this bit value is 1, this bit value is 2, this bit value is 4, this bit value is 8, this is 16, and this is 32. Okay, this is 32. All right, okay, 32. And here let me just draw some lines. Okay, here 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now here we will write. Okay, so 0 and 1. So 0 you are going to write 0 you are going to write like this, na? 0 0 0 0 0 0, and 1 you are going to write like this, 0 0 0 0 0 1. Okay, so if you do the AND of this two, you will get 0 only. Okay, so right now if you see, I'm just using this bit. Okay, and I'm doing the AND with the 0. Okay, initial value of this use bit is 0. Okay, so right now we are good. Okay, when I'm doing the AND of 0 and 1, I'm getting output as 0. Okay, so we are good. So this is one valid window, right? So here this is 0 is nothing but my, okay, so this is 0 we are getting, so that simply means that this window is valid. Okay, so what is the length of this valid window right now? If you calculate, so length is nothing but my window end. Okay, window end minus window start plus 1. Okay, so you know that my window end is at index 0, my window start is also at index 0, and here I'm doing plus 1. Okay, so we will get 1 only. Okay, so I will store this as my max length. Okay, so we have to store the max length now, so here I'm going to update to 1. Okay, so you already know that how we are writing this. Okay, window end window start plus 1. Okay, so here done. Okay, so now here now let's update the value of used bits as well. Okay, so initially used bit was 0, so now here just do the OR of this 0 with the new value at windows of AND index, so it is nothing but 1. So if you do the OR, so OR is simple. So if any bit is set, then we have to mark it as 1 only. So here we'll get 1. Okay, oh, these are 0 only. So now my, if I do the 0 or 1, so I will get a used bit as 1. Okay, so right now this is clear now. Right now we are getting 1 only because we have used this bit. Okay, all right, so first what I did 0, okay, which was initial value used bits, and I do the AND with this one. Okay, so I will see that I have got 0, okay, which is valid. That's simply this is a nice window. So I then calculate the length, and then I have to update my used bit as well. So for that I'm doing OR. Okay, done. Now once this is done, then my window index window end, okay, this index is going to point to this. Okay, this is going to move forward, window end. All right, so now what, again we have to do the same thing. Okay, so now here used bit is 1. Okay, now here I'm trying to make a combination of these two. Okay, so for that we have to do the AND. Okay, to make sure to find out that if this is a nice window or not. So if you do 1 and 3, okay, so 1 and 3 you have to do, right? So here let me just remove this. Okay, 1 second, 1 minute, let's use this now. Okay, now let me just erase this. Okay, this. Okay, so now you are doing 1 and 3. Okay, 1 and 3, so here you can write now 1 and 3, so it will be like this. All right, so see here both these are set. Okay, at this position both are set, so that simply means that we are not going to get our output as 0 this time when I'm doing 1 and 3. So now what we need to do, that simply means that this is not a valid. Okay, so if this window is not valid, then I have to do the, I have to remove this. Okay, so see what I'm saying. So here I do this. Okay, 1 and 3. So now I find out that this is not nice window, so I have to remove it. So in order to remove it, okay, so what I have to do, I have to update my window start to the next position, right? Window start to the next position, right? And also I have to update this use bits. So initially my used bit was 1, so I have to remove this one now. Okay, because I have to remove this one because I am moving my window start one step forward. Okay, I am not using this one right now. So what I have to do, this used bit value, okay, I'm going to do the XOR of this one with the this value. Okay, 1. So what I will get, I will get 0 only. Okay, you know XOR table. So in XOR table, let's say this is my XOR table, and these are two inputs. Here we have result. Okay, and these are two inputs, A and B. Okay, so here in XOR table, if both values are set, not set, we are going to get 0. Okay, if this is 1, then again we are going to get 0. Okay, but if any is different, okay, here 0, here 1, then we will get 1. Okay, and here if we have 1, here we have 0, then we will get 1 only. Okay, so here 1 XOR 1 is always 0. Okay, so both are same now. Okay, so we are getting 0. Okay, so now you are getting used bit as 0. Okay, because you have moved this window start one step forward. But here you now you are using just 3 now, so you have to again update your use bits. So for updating use bits, so you have to do 0 or now or. So when we are using this, so then we have to do or 0 or 3. So you are going to get 3 only. Okay, so you are going to get output as 3 now, right? So because only 3 you are using, right? So you have to do or. So 3 you are using. Okay, and now max length again. So again you have to write window end, that is at 1 index, minus window start 1 index plus 1, so you will get 1 only. Okay, so we don't need to update this. Done. Now see, now again my window end index will move to the next step forward. Okay, my window end is moving here. So now here first I will do the end of these two, 3 and 8. So here let's first write 3 and then write 8. Okay, so here this is nothing but 3. Now let's write 8 as well. So 8 we are going to write like this, 1 0 0 0 and here 0. So see, we are still, if I do the AND now of this, so all our values we are going to get output as 0. So that simply means that this is a valid window. Okay, now if this is a valid window, then the length is going to be window of end, that is at 2 minus window start, which is at 1 plus 1. So we will get length as 2. Okay, so I have to update this max length to 2 right now. Done. All right, so this is done. Okay, now once this is done, so now we are using both 3 and 8. So here if we are using both, so we have to update my used bit set using or. So 3 or 8. So what is the value I'm going to get? So if you do the or of these two, you are going to get 1 here, 0 1 1 0 0. So that is nothing but 1 2 8 8 9 10 11. So you are going to get output as 11. Okay, this is done. So you are getting output as 11. Okay, so this is the output you are getting, right? You just did the or of these two. Okay, so you are going to get output as 11. Okay, done. Okay, now after that again my window end is going to move to the next pointer. My window end is going to point to this. Okay, so now here this is a complete window that I'm going to check now. Okay, so here last time my used bit was 11. Okay, now if I'm using now, so I have to do 11 and 48. Okay, to check that this is a nice or not. Okay, so 11 and 48. 48 you have to write like this, 1 1 0 0 0. So again you are going to get to the and as 0 0 0 only. So this is valid window. So here this is at 3, window start is at 1 index, 3 minus 1 plus 1. So you are going to get max length as 3 right now. So you have to update this 3. Okay, so now you are using both all the bits, like 3 8 and 48. So last time it was 11. So if you are using, so you have to do or. Okay, so 11 or 48. So here if you do the or of these two, okay, you are using, right, you have to use or. So if you are using or, so here you will get output as 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, so this is the output that you are going to get now. Okay, so this is nothing but 32 16 48. 48 plus 8 is going to 56. 56 plus 2 58 and 60, right? Let me double check again. So here 32 plus 16 is 48, right? And 48 plus 8 is 56, right? And here 56 57 58 59 59. Okay, so used bit value is 59 now. Okay, this is used bit value 59. All right, so now we already updated max length. Okay, so now again my window and index is going to move to the next index. Okay, here. So now here once I do this, so here I am doing the AND of all this now. Okay, so last time this was the value. Okay, what was the value of used bits? Used bits value was 59 and 59, and I'm going to end with this value. Okay, so 59 and this value is nothing but 10. So 10 I have to write like this now. Here 8 1. Okay, so now right now we will not get 0. Okay, because this is set, right, and this is also set. So now if this is not valid, so what we have to do, we have to shrink the window. So now window start is going to move forward. Okay, then window start is going to update here. So now we have to remove 3. To remove 3, so what I will do, I will just do the 59 XOR with this 3. Okay, this is what I have to do. Then my window start is moving forward. Okay, and now this is I will get some value here. Okay, doing the XOR. Okay, so now after that, this is the window I have to check. So here my used bits, in used bits I have to do the OR of this one as well again. Okay, and then I have to check whether this is valid or not. Okay, all that stuff we have to do. All right, so now let's write the code, and with code you will guys will get better understanding, and then you will be able to complete this complete example. Okay, or you can take any other example as well. Okay, let's write the code, but this is the logic that you have to use. Okay, so your window start is going to move forward. Okay, then you are going to check these two. So there may be this valid. Okay, you get this as valid, but still your maximum, you will not get maximum more than 3. Okay, so this is our output, right? So now let's write the code. So code is very simple here. Int used bits, and you have to set it to 0. Now here int window start, and you have to update it to 0. Then take int max length, and you have to update it to 0, and then you have to run one loop for int window end, and you are going to set it to 0, and then you have to update window end less than. Okay, it should be window end, it should be less than nums dot length. Okay, and then after that here you have to just increment the window end. All right, so this is done. All right, and here after this, inside this you here if the current number shares bit with the window, okay, then we have to shrink the window from left, okay, until there is no bit conflict. Okay, so here I'm just going to write one while loop. Okay, so while here we have to write used bits. Okay, used bits, and with, okay, nums of window end. Okay, so we are doing the and. Okay, so here if the value is not equal to 0, okay, so then we have to shrink the window, right? So here to do that, used bits. Okay, and here I have to do the XOR. Okay, shrinking the window, that means I have to remove the first element. So here nums of, and here you have to write window start. Okay, and then you have to update the window start index as well. Okay, so this is the first thing that you have to do. Then once this is done, then we have to add the current number to the window. So if we are adding the current number to the window, so my used bits is going to be updated. Okay, so used bits is equal to or with nums of window end. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to update the max length if current window is longer. Okay, so here max length, okay, is equal to math dot max of max length. Okay, and here you already know window end minus window start plus 1. Okay, here why I'm writing this window start, and here window end. Okay, so this is done, right? Now here once all this is done, then in the end you have to simply return max length. That's it, max length. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so now let's run the code and see if there any code issue. We'll try to fix that. So yes, there are some issues, so let's fix that. Okay, here why I'm writing 0. Okay, line 6. All right, and yeah, everything else looks good. Okay, let's run it again. So all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? And since we are just iterating over all the elements just once, okay, using this window end, so time complexity is going to be of n. Okay, so I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.